Good evening, friends. Hello from Ukraine. Today is the day 586 of the Russian-Ukrainian war. And when Ukraine, my country, we are fighting, protecting, and standing for our land, on our land, trying to do our best to protect our kids, our families, our land, and our freedom. And I want to start from the news from Kherson. I want to share a couple things from some news from Ukraine, what's going on the battlefield, and maybe some insight. We'll see. And I want to start. Usually, normal morning, I'm checking what we have, like what situation we have on Kherson. Why? Because this is the area. Not much information are sharing, and you can find on a public sources. And this is the day when I want to start from this. And in the morning, the invaders hit Zolota Balka. This is Zolota Balka. It's a place where our friend and volunteer Oleg, you remember probably, Nikolaev Oblast, he works a lot there, and we together we do good job there, helping military, our guys, and civilians. So Russians hit Zolota Balka in the Kherson region and central part of Kherson. Damaged houses, farm buildings, church, other civilian objects as well, kindergarten or preschool, and a school. There were fires at the place of hit. 4 people were injured, among them 2 children. At Petrol Police, it's a court police, court unit police. Petrol Police came there, and then they basically saved people's life there, and they got there quite quickly. 4 people were injured, and 1 person seems to me lost his leg, and one of the policemen being injured as well, and later in a hospital died, but they saved a life of civilian people there. Today, the Russians launched air missile strikes on Avdiivka. 1 person was killed in Lysychansk direction in the Liman community. 1 person died as well because of the shelling. Another was injured. This is some information from the from this morning. What do I believe that everybody? It's so important to share what's going on in Ukraine. That war never stopped yet. Every day people dying, not just soldiers dying, but the civilians dying, kids dying. And as soon the whole world will stand against of Russia to stop this war, to stop this aggression, to stop this invasion, the faster we stop it, and more people will be saved. And maybe you already know it, but I want to repeat it then. Then October 1st, it was attack on Smolensk aviation plant. The production process of Kh-59 missiles of various modification was disrupted. According to data, 3 out of 4 drones hit the target and causing a significant damage to production facilities of military enterprise on the aggressor state. Just to remind, the Kh-59 most used type of missiles, Russia using to attack Ukrainian territory, Ukrainian civilians infrastructure objects. So this is the place, and this is the target for Ukraine. Absolutely logical. As well, probably you already heard it, but 2 days successfully attacked the parking lot of Russian helicopters in Sochi. And this is helicopters were using. There were helicopters which was used for attacking Ukrainian territories as well. One more thing. Russia is preparing for the option of waging war on its territory. And one of the sources says that the satellite images showed that in the Kursk, Bryansk and Belgorod regions, fortifications were actively being built in recent months. And you can check the pictures, you can look at this, and new trenches were dug in Kursk from May to early August. In Bryansk region, anti-tank barriers have appeared near populated areas. And same situation we have in Belgorod region. We did mention before the building project of the railways, the new connection, the way for new logistic way for supplying the weapon on a occupied territory of Ukraine, which Russia builds toward in the direction of Mariupol. And what we have now, the Russia is building a new highway from Rostov-on-Don to occupied Mariupol. It's on the south of territory of Ukraine, which can be seen by comparing Planet Labs satellite images for October 2023. According to Radio Liberty, the road marked with the red its line will stretch far from populated areas. Why they do it? They try to create a distance which will be hard for Ukrainian artillery to reach to attack. But I think it will not help. I believe the Ukrainian army will use a special plan, and all of these attempts will not help to Russia, and Ukraine will stop the logistic, the bridges, the railways, the roads. It will be stopped one day. It will be disconnected, and it will be a new phase of the war, a new step, or new phase. This is that's it. Then about the Shaheds and the drone attacks from Russia territory, September is let's say new score, new record for this war, because Russia used let me check it, 221 drones like Shaheds to attack Ukraine during the month. It's a highest volume, highest number of drones used during 1 month. Think about that. Then during this month, last month, Russia used 100 missiles for attacking into Ukraine, and I don't know, did we mention it before, but Russia producing average about 100 missiles, not less. And this is about the same number they used during this month, and let's say previous probably month, couple months as well. And it usually goes in the 4 big waves, and some experts says that it's about, for Russia it takes about 5-7 days to prepare the new wave, the targets, everything for attack. So this is what we have, about 100 during the month, and about couple 5-7 days we have missile attack. And there is some thoughts that Russia is preparing, they collecting a little bit, like preparing the big volume of missiles for using in the end of the autumn, for the for attacking energy infrastructure of Ukraine. And for now, during, let's say, September and last days, let's say last attack of Shaheds, Russia is attacking Ukrainian grain logistics, the storages, warehouses, all possible places where Ukraine are keeping or preparing this grain for exporting. This is, if you may track it, and this is the places they attack, and they did attack last night. About the drones, it was not much, seems to me just 6 drones or something like that were used for during the last night. At this moment, right now in Ukraine, there is Russian drones, which is originally Iranian drones, in the air, and Ukraine under attack as well, right at this moment. And coming back to the topic of the drones, Russia is using FPV drones. It's first-person view drones, making it like armored drones. And I wanted to show this picture. This is what Russia producing right now and using on the front lines, attacking Ukrainian positions. And it's really bad for Ukraine. It's a real problem. We looking for the ways to stop and to stop this attack. But this is just one example. It's a drone, let's say self-made in some garage, I don't know where. But this drone can carry, and it was carrying at one time 3 RPGs, like armored heads. You can see it. It's RPG. 3 pieces at one time, about almost 6 kilos. The possibility to carry it, and this is, let's say, civilian stuff, civilian unit, but which are using for attacking Ukrainian positions. And yes, coming back to the sky, or like sky fighter, let's say, or like air battlefield, Ukraine can do nothing at this moment. We fight, yes, our air defense systems works, they're doing the best, and thank you to all the partners and the countries who did help us with the Patriots, RST and other systems, but they're just a few. It common in general, Ukraine can do nothing, especially without the long range missiles, because this what situation do we have? Russian airplanes, the bombers, preparing the attack, and Ukraine can see it a little bit, but can do nothing, cannot stop it in the time, because we have no any even close level fighters and the weapon to stop this their like fighters and the bombers. This is why they using it every day. They just bomb Ukrainian positions, and we can do nothing in that area. Our guys are doing incredible thing, and we're proud of them on a battlefield, on the ground, and our artillery and our guys. I mean, the tanks. From what we got, they're doing incredible things, and we will see and hear incredible stories later. Now it's a time to stand and not to just to do a work, to fight, to protect, and to take our land step by step, inch by inch. But this is why we need the help of the world to protect our sky. And at this moment, this is like the world are counting and watches this picture every day almost. We have it information, and our channels are publishing. Okay, be aware, like MiG 31 or like any other kinds are in the air. There is alarms, and we can do nothing. It's carrying something, missiles, the other planes, the bombs, and we can see it, and we cannot stop it. Think about your relatives in that situation. Just imagine it, or you, and you know that some countries are having it, and it's staying just rusting somewhere, and there is no politic decisions. There is no politic power, let's say, to make it. Okay, yeah, we need to stop it. So pray for justice this way. Pray for God would give Ukraine a miracle in this area, because we believe that we're standing for the right thing. We fighting for our land, on our land. And there is aggressor, it's Russia, and they try to genocide Ukrainians, to wipe out Ukrainian nation and the country and the history, everything, language. The drone is okay. Then story about the hospital, one more visit, and I would say it will be short, but a little bit more help. Ooh. Some other stuff. We're in the military hospital. When we think about the heroes on the war, usually people imagine the big man with the muscles in the uniforms and the guns, armor, and they're so like, yeah, they fight. And there is other story of that, and I can show you. This is the picture of one of the guys who was fighting same way, but because of shrapnel, I don't remember the whole story, the details, but he got under attack, and because of the really powerful attack, he couldn't stand it, and somehow he survived. But at this moment, this is the face of the hero, defender, and he cannot talk yet. He hardly moves. He even having a problem with sometimes memory and so on. But this is the other side. This is the same hero, the guy who was fighting, and now the most of the world cannot see him because he is in a bad situation, in a bad condition, somewhere in the military hospital. We helping, and just think about that. We helping them. And it means our guys and you guys. Different ways we help. And here's this short message from Sveta. If she's still the military medic or field military medic, and now she got in a serious situation, being on the front lines, and now it's already second or third month of rehabilitation, and doctors trying to do the best to take her back to normal life. Oh, hello. Special video. Sveta, looks like Monday you're going to your military base, to your positions on this east? Yes. This is video for Greg, if you want to say something to him. Hello, Greg, and thank you for everything you did for me and for us, for my unit. Thank you for tourniquets you gave I left it to my guys. They're fighting, and thank you for the warm stuff you left. You did help me. It really helped me in the proper time. Thank you very much, and God bless you richly. Bye. It was a good time. And yeah, that's it. So thank you. And so let's continue.